Hey folks, this is Maria Abreu. Welcome to my channel. If you like the content that we are providing, which by the way, we enjoy bringing to you, please make sure to subscribe, hit the like button, and remember to share. Hey folks, this is Maria Abreu, and I'm I'm addressing today through this video a topic that I want to explain to those who are interested in applying for residency, and it has to do with the medical exam. Now, when a foreign national applies for residency, as I've explained before, it's a two-part process. First, you process the visa with the Dominican consulate in the country of origin or residence, and then once the visa is issued, you have 60 days to enter the Dominican Republic in order to apply for residency via the immigration department. Now, among the requirements to obtain residency is a medical exam, which is performed by a medical facility that is authorized or certified by the immigration department. So you don't get to choose any doctor you want here in the DR. It has to be the medical facility that they choose or that they have an arrangement with. So how this works is once you enter the country, you send us the entry stamp that's placed on your passport by immigration. A complete file is sent to immigration. Immigration makes sure that everything is in order. Uh, the applicable government taxes are paid, and then they authorize a medical exam. So we have about, I would say, 5 days to get you to that medical facility to do the exam. This medical exam is for purposes of residency, meaning we never see the results as your attorneys, and you never see the result. This result goes from the medical facility straight to your file in the immigration department. Now, what does this medical exam consist of? It's a blood and urine test and a chest x-ray. There's also an interview that's conducted to see if you've had any pre-existing conditions, if you're taking any medications, if you've had surgeries. They check your vitals on the spot. And so that's what goes on. A lot of people ask, why is a medical exam necessary? Okay, first of all, because it's a small island, the Dominican Republic has to ascertain that those coming to the country do not suffer communicable diseases. Hepatitis, which is very common, especially in Asian countries, HIV, any other type of disease that can propagate. Being a small island, if they don't have this filter, any communicable disease can become a pandemic. It could reach pandemic proportions. So they obviously have to filter. Okay. So when you go through these medical exams, they're not looking for thyroid, high blood pressure. They're not looking for any of that. They're looking for communicable diseases. What else are they looking for? They're looking for traces of drug use. Okay. Now, in this drug panel that they conduct, if the levels are very high, it is an indicator that the person is a habitual user, and that becomes a problem. Why am I talking about this? I'm talking about this because these are the actual findings that can cause for a residency application to be denied. Okay, so what are some of the suggestions that we're going to make here? Okay, if you are a person that is taking medications, okay, I would recommend that you bring the medications with you to the medical exam that's conducted for the residency process. This way, you not only show that the medication was prescribed by a doctor, which is usually on the label, it shows the dosage that you're taking, okay? And it also indicates what you're taking it for and with what frequency. This is important because a lot of pain medications have ingredients that have opiate traces. They have opiates in them as part of the pain management ingredient. And so, painkillers, analgesics, they will sometimes, depending on how frequently you're taking them and the dosage that you're taking, will show up in your system as an opiate. And so they can't, the doctor cannot distinguish that this is due to a medication. So if you're taking especially pain meds that are prescribed, bring them with you to your medical exam, okay? Hepatitis, for instance, if you've had it when you were younger, a child, you were treated for it, and it's no longer something present in your system, you still have the antibodies and that may show up. So this is something that has to be said at the medical, at the medical facility. And I would even recommend that you bring something from your doctor that we can translate and present it showing that you suffered hepatitis at some point in your life, but it was treated and now it's under control. Okay, so these are just some of the suggestions to avoid, the pitfalls of not being informed, going to this, medical without being prepared, and then all of a sudden being denied. And we have to go through a whole process of, appealing the decision. Okay. Now, what happens if something comes up in your medical exam that causes immigration to issue a denial? Immigration is very reasonable. They would let you take a re-exam, okay? Because human error can affect the outcome of a, medical exam. It could be a fluke. You were at a place where people were smoking and, secondhand smoke. So what do? They allow a re-exam, okay? And depending on the results of the re-exam, either the decision to deny is maintained or it is overturned, okay? So these are just some of the basic things that I wanted to cover revolving around the medical exam because it is important. It can be a deal breaker, all right? Even if you suffer a communicable disease, if it's under treatment, if the medical facility knows about it, it's addressed in the report, you show how it's being treated and the fact that it's under control, then it will not be a problem. But it's important to be prepared. This is the reason why we are talking about this subject in the channel, because we've come across a situation quite a bit. Okay, so the more informed you are, the more you avoid the pitfalls. If you have any questions, please make sure to write us or call us. See you next time.